When you look at infidelity, whether it's financial, emotional, or physical, you many times will say, what determines who can get through this, who can go on and restore their trust and rebuild their relationship, or leave one person and go on and have a really great relationship with someone else, fully trusting them? Well, that's a difficult thing to do anyway, no matter who you are. But the individuals that really have a hard time with it, and oftentimes they can't stay married, are those individuals who as children suffered from childhood behavioral trauma. When you have any kind of betrayal trauma, what ends up happening is you no longer can trust the people you totally depended on. And that can be financial, that can be emotional, that can be physical, that can be any type of betrayal from a person that you relied on. And if you're that child and you're growing up, your trust is somewhat skittish anyway, because what we see, what we witness as children doesn't really restore itself as adults. Many times what these adults do to protect themselves is they want to be in control. They take care of their finances, they take care of everything, because they've learned that you can't trust another person, even if that person is someone who should take care of you, like a mom or dad. So when they get into relationships, they usually find people who will complete this scenario. And many times it happens, more than just the normal population. They end up dating people and in relationships with people who are not committed, who basically will betray them. And sometimes the people who betray them say it's because they were so suspicious. The reason I work a lot with these people is I'm working with the couples trying to work out their marriage and restore their trust after they have completed, or one of them have become aware that they have trauma from betrayal in their childhood, and it's continued into their adulthood. So someone who has betrayal trauma, what does that look like for them? Well, they usually react with a loss of self-esteem and self-worth right away if they've been betrayed. They have numbness, they have anger, intense guilt. They get a lot more intrusive thoughts about the details of the affair. They have a loss of faith in others. They completely, once again, guard off others, because if you can't trust a person who you loved, how can you trust anyone else, including yourself many times? They have a lot more depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues, and some physical ones too. So the goal is, when I'm the therapist and there is someone struggling with any kind of, whether it's childhood or adult betrayal trauma, that I'm going to try and normalize the situation with them first. In other words, I want them to start feeling in control again, in control of their part of it, acknowledging what's going on with them, so they don't continue to push it away. Because as children, you had to push it away. Basically, the parents would say, well, you got to get over it. Well, we're going to do this, so don't just sit there. Let's get going. No time to think about it. We've got to keep moving. But as an adult, those intrusive thoughts, you do pay attention to them, because you don't have that same dichotomy. You don't have that same environment. And now you're the adult in charge. The first thing that you're going to have to do, and going over like the causes of it, I think I've explained that most of it is, what I'm seeing is from their childhood, but it basically may have happened with manipulation, with neglect of the person that was supposed to take care of them, with lies, with cheating, and then covering it up so the person, so you, if you're the person that was cheated on, never knew about it. And basically, it's the lies that mess with our mind, because if they're so good at lying, then you tell yourself, how can I ever trust anything they say? And that goes on into part of the big problem of trying to restore the relationship. I'm trying to help you build trust. And meanwhile, you're entertaining thoughts, these intrusive thoughts about how could your partner have lied so severely. The first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to acknowledge instead of avoid. It's almost like implosive therapy. You have to start leaning into the trauma a little bit, if you will. You need to start facing it. You need to start saying, they lied. They did this. This is not because of me. This is because of them. This is part of their fallen self. This is their mistake. And then you also have to say, basically, instead of getting into a vicious cycle of, oh my God, what am I going to do? I just can't stand this. You're going to start saying, what part of this do I have control over and can I change? And that's going to be you. Remember, it's important you look at it as an adult because you didn't have that opportunity as a child, but you do now. And also, instead of getting wrapped up in all the details cycle, you're going to find the overall, the global thing, what happened, and go from there. Because the details are not as important as what ended up happening. Your partner lied, they cheated on you, and now going forward, how are you going to deal with it? At practice experiencing difficult emotions. I think a big part of any kind of betrayal trauma is that you tell yourself, this is going to kill me. This is going to break me. No feeling is going to do that. Your reaction to the feeling may, but a feeling's just a feeling and it's washing over you, and you have full control of what you do with that feeling. And it doesn't matter if it's humiliation, wanting revenge, it's going to pass and it's going to be replaced with something else. It's important you acknowledge that, understand that, and that you are in the driver's seat. Turn to others for support. It's okay. This is a good time to turn to other people and say, I just need an extra hug. I just need a little bit more support. Can we talk? Can we get together? This can be your mom, your dad. This can be good friends. This can be someone from the church. Doesn't matter. It's important that you rally for yourself, that you get people around you. Once again, as a child, you are not able to do this, but as an adult, you surely can. Focus on what you need. If you're hungry, instead of just saying, I'm famished, I'm so hungry, instead of fighting that, get something healthy, get some berries, get some vegetables, get some fruit. If you have no appetite, instead of saying, this is going to make me lose weight, take care of your appetite. Maybe I can just munch on crackers. Maybe a little soda water is going to help. Whatever the need the body is having, I'm so tired. Practice organizing your day so you're able to get more sleep. Or things like, I can't quit thinking about it. Distract yourself. Have, set your clock. So every 15 minutes, I'm gonna work on this article, and then I'm gonna go for a walk. And then in 20 minutes, I'm gonna work, and then I'm gonna go for a walk. You are in control. And the more you start seeing what you have control over the healing process, the better you're going to feel like you have control over some of this, and you can actually help yourself restore some of that confidence in being able to trust again. Therapy can help so much, and if you're not in therapy, I really encourage you to either go to a support group or go to individual therapy. It's going to help you examine all these feelings you're having and basically stop the self-blame, which you probably will have those thoughts too. Work on rebuilding your self-esteem. We rebuild this when we do little things, when we organize our day and organize our distractions. That's going to help you feel better about yourself, raising your self-esteem and your confidence. I'm going to learn healthier strategies for relaxing and dealing with the stress. That's going to be things like breathing, like yoga, like, little tips about being able to hold an ice cube on the roof of your mouth, being able to, listen to gentle music, being able to relax in a bathtub, being able to watch funny movies that make you laugh. At the end of the day, the treatment for being able to work out and maybe restore trust in your relationship is going to be totally focused on taking care of your needs. And that's the key. If you do want to restore your marriage, keep your family together, and work on forgiveness with your partner. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.